Namaste, Jai Bharat. While discussing about the terrorist activities in Bharat, jihadi terrorism I'm talking about, there are a lot of thinking constructs behind this. The call for Ghazwa-e-Hind, then the original call for Dawat-ul-Islam, etc., is behind it. But then one of the targets which the people make is ancient structures which were created in Bharat, erected in Bharat, like mostly the ancient temples. This time also in recent past, the known target of these people, one was the Delhi temple, then Ujjain, Mahakaleshwar, then obviously Kashi Vishwanath, Varanasi, and such targets they have made. They wanted to have multiple blasts, not just in Delhi, but throughout Bharat, wherever it is possible. They have successfully created such cells, recruited such people. It's not that difficult for them to recruit people because they'll first identify people with such mindset, jihadi mindset. Then, of course, pour oil to the fire, that will burn, and then these people go to suicide bombers because they are so convinced that this life is real, not real life. Real life is after what they find in heaven, etc. With these thoughts, there's no stopping these people. They'll go on. So their objective is to distract structures, ancient structures, because they believe that they are kind of symbols in society of ancient Hindu tradition, which they fear, in all likelihood they fear, and they wanted to get rid of it. And they believe that with this structure, the Sanskriti of Bharat continues, etc., etc., etc. Now, this had not been a new case. If you look at the Muslim world in Bharat, I'm talking about the Mughal period. If you look at the Muslim period in Bharat, they continuously attempted to destroy Hindu temples. Aurangzeb is known as more notorious among them. Some people were silent, but Tipu, and then of course the whitewashing historians would say that they have destroyed for wealth hidden in temple, which really is not the case. They destroyed partially for wealth, but that was an instant immediate attraction. But the real motive was iconoclasm, destruction of idols, because they believe in such a teaching through their religion that they should be destroyed, which began in Mecca. Many idols were destroyed as they themselves claim. And the Kaaba story is, of course, this Arif Azakia was a Pakistani national who had done Kharwa Pasi. Speaks about this. The things are there in YouTube channel. He speaks about Mecca. I don't want to retell that. He gives us a lot of logic. And he's basically from Junagadh. There's a village, Ajak, in Junagadh. So he calls himself a Arif Azakia. And this channel is available. Senior person, sensibly speaking. So the destruction of temples are also an attempted destruction of idols of Bharat. Idols of Bharat. Now, I'm not talking about Francis Bacon's concept of idols, but this is akin to that in some case. So destruction of temples, they have tried. And all these 800 years of rule, Mughal rule, they have done this thoroughly, in whichever humanly possible for them. In spite of that, the destruction could not be seriously serious. Temples still stand. Destruction could not be complete, but damages were made, which are as it is. You can go and see. The most interesting thing is the unbelievable construction of the temple, Ellora temple, Kailasnath temple in Ellora, which is dug into one single rock. A lot of mysteries about it, in the sense that we don't know how it was done. We don't know whether debris were removed. Nothing is visible. And the perfection of such a construction into a single rock, digging in you to go down. And that's even that when he sent thousand soldiers or so who spent 1 year in destroying it and could not destroy. That's a kind of strong structure. So these jihadis, they planned for that which Aurangzeb attempted, and that's lack of common sense. I would say, knowledge of history. It's not easy to destroy these temples. They believe that they can use modern time explosives to destroy it. I don't know how far they will be successful, and I don't want to try to see how these modern explosive methods are successful in Hindu ancient temples because of the constructional specialities and strength. I do not even know, but then they believe that they can do something, so possibly they do it. So one other thing is to construct, because one of the objective is to destroy the symbols and idols of ancient Bharat, Sanskriti, and our coexistence, which they don't understand, they can't. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.